Hey everybody, this is Mr. McKee with Samson Community College. I wanted to do a quick video. We're starting a nighttime IT academy with our continuing education department to teach some of the new technology and try to get people up to speed if they're getting a second job, retraining. A lot of interest from other places across the country. Their organizations are changing from one vendor to Palo Alto firewalls because they're a really good product. So we've started up a course on Palo Alto Networks Firewall Essentials version 8.1. So I'm going to go ahead and go through just how to register for classes. All right, and this is new to me. I just got transferred over to the Con Ed department, or they're sharing me with the curriculum department. So there's a little learning curve there. All right. So first thing you want to do is go to the right here samsoncc.edu website, which is for Samson Community College. Under Programs and Courses, link in the center top of the screen. Go down to the second selection, which is Workforce Development and Continuing Education. If I say Con Ed, it's just Continuing Education. All right. So scroll down from that. You should see an instant enrollment button that's, I guess you would say that's orangish. All right. It says instant enrollment. Click that. All right. It'll bring you, and let me fix that real quick. If you look at this too much, it fills up your cookies. So nobody likes too many cookies. All right. Let me get down to this. And let me clear my cookies. Alright, now sorry about that. Alright, so back where we were. Instant enrollment button, click that. It should come up with Web Advisor. Alright, Continuing Education, Web Advisor for Continuing Education menu. Now if you're already a SEC student, you can log in with your login credentials and log in that way. Or if you're just a guest or it's your first time, click register and pay for continuing education classes. So I'm going to click that. Alright, brings up this screen. Probably the easiest way to do this is just under search for keyword. If you're going to take the Palo Alto Firewall Essentials course, type in Palo Alto. Alright, just click enter. Alright, it comes up with the two classes. The first class we're teaching is March 11th through May 6th. All right, so that's like the second half of the spring semester. All right, there's your dates. If you're trying to get continuing education units, it's 9.6 units. There's going to be 20 slots. Hopefully you'll fill those up. If we go over 20, I might actually extend them, make them bigger, because the more the merrier. All right, we have that one, and we have one that starts in August 5th through September 23rd. All right, these are completely online, but now one thing, I'll be the instructor for the first one, the first Palo Alto class, but completely online. You don't have to come here, and you don't have to attend the. It'll be a webinar. We'll have at least once a week, probably twice a week for an hour. In case you want to come in, physically sit in the classroom, maybe configure a physical PA220 firewall, or just be part of the discussion when I go over to PowerPoints or talk about certain things we're doing that week. You can do that. You can listen to the webinar if you're. I know several people from the other side of the country want to take this course, so you obviously don't have to show up for class, but you can't listen over the web through the webinar, or just if you don't have time, you can just you're not required, or you can go back. I'll upload all the webinars. I'll record them and upload them to my YouTube channel, and I'll show you guys that too, in case you want to watch them at a later date. All right, so what you would do, there's two of these, two sections. If you want the first one that starts in March, click that one. Actually, take that back. If you click the link, all you're going to get is a description of the class. All right, more than likely you don't want that. If you're signed up for these classes, you probably know what they are. You want to click the select checkbox, all right, and click submit. And now that'll bring you to where you'll fill in all your personal info. The only thing, if you don't have an account already set up, they're going to ask you for your social security number. All right, I know if you're a security analyst or you work for the government or, you know, whatever, this is a secure website. I mean, it's got a valid SSL certificate. If you still don't feel comfortable putting your social security number in, you're somehow going to have to call the Con Ed department here and have them set you up an account. Once they set you up an account, it's not going to ask for your social security number. All right. So discuss that. Think about it. If you don't really care, this is obviously we're a state school, so we're not going to share your personal info with anybody, but just to know that. All right, so fill all that out, check that. You must certify in order to proceed. I certify that I am a person described above, and the information presented here is correct to the best of my knowledge. Submit that. It's going to let you pay with your credit card, and you should be good to go. I haven't actually gone through this process, but we've had people test this, and it works fine. If you have any problems, there's a contact I'll give you, or you can just contact me directly at nmckee@samsoncc.edu, and Samson is SAMPSONCC.edu. All right, but contact Con Ed first, because a lot of the registration questions, that's not in my wheelhouse to do. I teach the classes. All right, so that's that. All right, and to show you guys what we'll be doing, here's an example. I took the Palo Alto EDU 210 course, which is the Firewall Essentials course that you take in person. This was taught by one of the lead instructors of Palo Alto at Eastern Carolina University. Great course. I'm going to use this is their Moodle site, matter of fact, and I'm going to use this course to teach the our Palo Alto course. All right, but just to let you guys see about what you're looking at. All right, we'll be using a NDG NetLab system that you guys will have free access to during the course, so you don't have to set up any virtual machines. Now, I do have the virtual machines. I believe there's 4 virtual machines. It took me about 100 gigabytes of storage space to set everything up and get it working through either VMware Workstation, or I put it on my ESXi server. But you can do that. Just the only thing is, I love the NDG NetLab system. I'm kind of partial to it. I'm building the server for that right now. It'll be super fast. It has all NVMe drives, Xeon Gold processors, blah blah blah. I mean, it's going to be fast. We have gigabit upload download speeds from our server, so definitely use that. I don't want it going to waste. I'd rather it get worn out from overuse versus just sitting there and aging out through technology ages out pretty quick. All right, so you'll be going through this, going to platforms and architecture, virtual and cloud deployments, and then this is where the meat of the class will start. Initial configuration of the firewall, interface configuration, and all these have resources. There's some videos in here that are pretty good, labs you'll do, and little quizzes. All right. So you got initial configuration, interface configuration, security and NAT policies, application ID or app ID, content ID, URL filtering, decryption. That's really awesome that those firewalls do that. Wildfire, that's a great product. By the way, I don't work for Palo Alto. I just like their product, so I'm not trying to sell you a Palo Alto. I'm just letting you know they have fantastic products, and hey, they set me up this awesome Pan Academy site to use. So that I'm not complaining about that either. All right, so Wildfire, user ID, Global Protect, setting up a VPN connection. Matter of fact, on my computer, my students, if they want to, we actually have a Global Protect VPN system set up with one of our firewalls. So like right here, I can do my thing. All right. And we'll do that too for you guys to see actually how it works. All right, site-to-site VPNs, monitoring, reporting, high availability. Now, one cool thing with the NDG Net Labs, they go through a lab of how to do high availability. But since I've got four physical PA220 firewalls fully licensed, ready to go, we'll set up high availability on at least one of those sets to show you how you'll set high availability in real life with two firewalls. All right, and then next generation security practices, that'll be another lab. All right, so that's that. That's about what you're looking at. Course is 8 weeks, so you think, let me see how many of these. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 sections, so you're thinking 2 sections per week. Another cool thing that we're doing, these are Con Ed courses, they're not curriculum based, so you're going to get 96 hours of instruction per week. All right, a bunch of Con Ed hours, so you should be learning this stuff, you know, have plenty of time to learn it. We're not going to push you through this thing. You're going to learn it step by step. You should be good at it. I'm not going to say you're an expert and you can take the highest level of the certification exams, but you should be able to pass the ACE 8.1 exam. I just passed that, just to see if I can pass it. And it's the accredited configuration engineer, or ACE exam, and that's free with the course. I mean, you can take it online and you can take it multiple times, but you should be able to pass that and get your cert by the end of the course. All right, so that's about it. Just want to show you guys that. Pretty easy. I know I've got some, I've been contacted from the West Coast. A lot of those guys want to take this course. Some of the other community colleges, they're so backed up, having people on a waiting list for these courses. So I just decided to set up at least one of these courses, well, 2 of these courses this fiscal year. And if we need to make more, we'll make more. And also the more advanced, I think it's the EDU 2. This is the 210 course, but the EDU 214 course, I believe, the next course in the in line for this Palo Alto. If you want to get the Palo Alto configuration, the next level engineering professional, which, hang on, let me look this up real quick. Palo Alto certification. All right, there it is. You're going to get the ACE, which is the accredited configuration engineer course certification. But the next level, this is like their top of the line Palo Alto Network Certified Network Security Engineer certification. You really need the EDU 214 course. So down the road, especially if you guys let me know you want to get that course, I'll set you guys up that course and we'll go through that also, because I'm all about learning new stuff with technology. I love Palo Alto, so yeah, we'll do that. We're a really small school, so we can pivot on a dime, unlike larger universities. We're all about getting the highest quality graduate possible put out into the workforce. Since there are so many unfilled cybersecurity jobs, I'm all about it. All right. so that's that. If you want to check out Palo Alto's Palo Alto Network's website, it's right there. They have a whole bunch of information. The only thing about Palo Alto, I'll tell you right now, from my experience, I've only been using it for about a year and a half. I've got the Palo Alto ACE 8.0, the ACE 8.1, and I've taken the PCEC, which is like their entry-level cybersecurity certification exam. The way things work in a Palo Alto firewall is the kind of like the flow logic of it. It takes a little bit to understand what's going on, but once you understand what's going on, it makes even more sense. But just to get to that point, so don't get overwhelmed. Just understand that there's a method to the madness. I know some of the instructors from Palo Alto, they go through it really good and explain to you how the flow logic works in the machines. So that's good. Because I'm all about locking down, especially I've got a lot of students that want to play Fortnite and all sorts of World of Warcraft and all this stuff that I don't really do. Let's see, Fallout 76, League of Legends. I can pick and choose what apps I'll let people use, when they can use them. I can do a lot more stuff than I'll ever do with my Palo Alto firewalls right now. But it's really cool. I can pick and choose what apps I want let through, what apps I want to block. Everything's set to alert, so I can kind of like almost data mine everybody that's coming in my network and going out of my network from the internet, and I can lock them down based on what's happening. Because I want to make sure my students are working on their homework first and then gaming. All right, I'm cool with them gaming as long as they're done with their work and they're acing their courses. All right, so that's that. I'm actually in January. I'm going to a cybersecurity conference with Amazon Web Services and Palo Alto. So I'm definitely trying to stay on the. I'm not going to say the bleeding edge of technology with Palo Alto, but I'm trying to stay on the leading edge. Or close to it. All right, Palo Alto, Cisco, VMware, things like that. All those companies are top notch, and they give us really awesome curriculum to work with. All right, so that's that. I'll keep talking forever if I don't stop. So there's your course. Sign up for it. Definitely let me know if you have any issues. I gave you my email. But since this is so new in the way we're doing the courses with them being online, but they're considered a synchronous online course, which means it's completely online. You can do it whenever you want to do it, as long as stuff's turned in by the due date. But if you want to come into class, say if you live in Clinton or you live in Fayetteville, or you're in the military, you're coming from Fort Bragg, wherever, you can come sit in the class or come talk to the instructor a couple of days a week. That's fine. But if you don't want to do that, that's perfectly fine also. There's no requirement to come into class or even listen to the webinar, but I've come to notice I've only been doing this for a couple of years as an instructor, but every seminar I go to, I might not learn anything technical, but I learn about new either new products coming out, new programs that are really great for my students or really great for me, or I do get some FaceTime. All right, so FaceTime is very important. That's how I've actually got started with the Palo Alto Academy. All right, so that's that. I'm going to stop this video, but if you guys have any questions, remember I'll put my email and I'll put some links on there. Also, let's see, I made notes. Okay, I already told you guys I'll set up high availability with 2 physical Palo Alto PA220s. Cost for the course is $185. It's 8 weeks. Basically, don't get intimidated. It's 8 weeks and it's 12 hours per week. All right. So we're going to work with that. We're not going to give you any extra work other than this course, but since this course has built-in extra hours, there's going to be a lot more interaction with the instructor if needed, and a lot more hey my company is going with Palo Alto, what about this? There'll be a lot more, well, there'll be some time where we can go into that more in depth than you would at, like, say, a curriculum class and or a like a five-day boot camp. All right, so hopefully that helps out. I know as soon as I make this video, I'm going to be emailing all you guys that had contacted me about setting up a Palo Alto firewalls course. So thanks for watching.